It is another amazing delight for me to come your way one more time. Inuarata no Sahai is still my amiable name. And the topic of my conversation with you this morning is 5 reasons you should avoid negative silence as a leader. 5 reasons you should avoid negative silence as a leader. You know, negative silence in a team is a situation where team members are not communicating. People just refuse to talk, even when it is, absolutely necessary for them to talk, for them to bring ideas to the table, for them to express their opinion and bring their views to the table. You remember, a case scenario I shared with you 2 weeks ago, where the manager of a particular commercial bank, shared with me, a team challenge he was having in his branch, that whenever he calls for team meetings, the team members will be present quite all right. But when it's time to, make contributions and suggestions to the pertinent team issues that, they often address in those team meetings, the team members just keep mute. Now, this kind of silence is called negative silence. And, it is not good for the progress of any team. Is a clog in the wheel of progress of a team. And that is what has informed the topic this morning. 5 reasons you should avoid negative silence as a leader. And the number 1 reason you should avoid negative silence as a leader is because negative silence leads to goal misalignment. Negative silence leads to goal misalignment. Now, as a leader, when your team members, when your employees are in synchrony, when they are in harmony, when they are on the same page with your goals and visions of for the team, it makes it easy for you to achieve those goals and vision for the team. It helps you to easily bring them into reality. But the opposite will be the case if your team members are not communicating. Because if they are not communicating, it means that nobody is understanding each other. It means that everybody is just moving on different directions. And moving on different directions, implies that there is going to be poor performance across different departments, across different units in the team or in the organization. This is one reason that you need to avoid negative silence. As a result, negative silence leads to goal misalignment. The second reason you should avoid negative silence as a leader is because negative silence leads to disengage employees. It leads to disengage employees. Now, one phrase you will often hear in an environment where there is negative silence, where there is no open communication, is this phrase of, I am here to do my job. I am just doing my job. I am only just doing my job. Now, one thing that normally accompanies this attitude of, I am just doing my job, this I'm just doing my job attitude and mentality, is that it often lacks commitment. It lacks passion. It lacks commitment to going the extra mile. So people are just there. They are not really bringing their A game to the table because of lack of communication. And, this must have come into play because there might have been a time whereby the team member or the team members were not listened to. And as that became a recurring decimal in the system, in the team, they decide to also just keep things to themselves. And they just come with this attitude of, I'm just doing my job. I'm here to do my job. And, this affects collaboration. And if it affects collaboration, it also means that it affects productivity. It affects results. This is a major reason that as a team leader, you need to avoid negative silence. The third reason is that negative silence leads to tense work atmosphere. It leads to tense work environment as a result of unresolved issues. When people are not communicating, when there is no openness in communication, when people are not talking, what will happen in the system is that issues that would have been, resolved, conflicts that would have been resolved are swept under the carpet. And this creates tension in the atmosphere. And when there is tension, teamwork is already at risk. Teamwork is endangered. This will also affect performance and productivity. The fourth one is that negative silence leads to loss of innovative ideas. Negative silence leads to loss of innovative ideas. Businesses and teams thrive on innovation. They thrive on people coming up with ideas, team members coming up with ideas and innovation on how to move the team forward. Sometimes, even during casual conversation, you see a situation whereby, innovative ideas, amazing super ideas are even brought to the table. Why? the team leaders in that system are open to feedback. They are open to communication. But if, team negative silence is a situation, such an atmosphere, will not be the experience. There's going to be loss of innovative ideas. And loss of innovative ideas in a team is an unquantifiable loss to the team. Seriously, as a result of this, you need to avoid negative silence as a leader. The fifth one, which is the last one this morning, remember, we are looking at 5 reasons you should avoid negative silence as a leader. The fifth one is that negative silence leads to poor decision making. Oftentimes, because of lack of communication, leaders make decisions in a vacuum, which means that decisions are made without team members bringing their perspectives, their views to that decision. And at the end of the day, such a decision will be a poor decision. Poor decision equates to poor results. This is very, very important. It's a key and major reason why you need to avoid negative silence as a leader. I believe that lots of value have been added to you today. Just connect with me on my email, send your questions, send your inquiries, and I forward answers right, straight to you. I'll be continuing from this point next week. Yeah, that's my email on the screen, inuarata@gmail.com. So I'll be continuing from this point next week, Wednesday. When I return, I will remain the amiable. Inuarata no Sahai. Your day is so blessed. Thank you.